Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's Hearthstone ranked time. Must claw back up to better rank, and also get some gold from quests. I need to get some more wins, though. This has been pretty sad. A lot of, like, loss, win, loss, win. Sort of one step backward and 2/3 of a step forward. Now, a lot of that was with decks that I don't consider quite as optimized.
The light shall bring victory.
Still suffered loss or two with my rogue here. Hey, that's the first time I've actually seen a Shadow Step out of, like, what, 4 games now or something? Feels like 4 games. I'm going to keep this starting hand. This is looking pretty strong. I get the coin, too. Okay, now let's think this through. I could just coin out the Defias Ringleader. And if I did that, I could actually Shadow Step him and then play him again and end up with 3 guys. Which is very, very strong start, obviously. Now, I'm just trying to think that it seems like a waste of knife juggling. If I coin out the knife juggler, I can't do that trick this turn. Next turn, I could play the Ringleader, then Shadow Step him, and then play him again. I wouldn't get his combo the first time, but I would end up with 2 guys and 3 points of knife juggling damage.
Many options.
If the knife juggler doesn't just get killed. I think I'm better off to just play the 3 guys now, because that's when it's going to be hardest for my opponent to deal with 3 guys. Plus, next turn I can play Abusive Sergeant if I need a little bit more punch to get through something. I don't know if this is the best route, but just in terms of thinking through it, it feels like this is the better way. It is a little bit nicer when you can Shadow Step the charge things, like when you can attack with them first, and then Shadow Step them, and play them and attack with them again, which is part of the reason it's in here, because it's so gross. But starting out with 3 guys is pretty good. Okay, so you use a Holy Smite to kill 1/3 of my men. Now, it's actually, I spent multiple cards doing that, so it's not really like that, but still. This is a pretty strong start. Since there's no creature that I need to punch through with him, I'm going to play this. In fact, you've used one of your cheap creature-killing things now. So maybe Shadow Word Pain this guy, but you're still taking the beats, if that's the case. You need to stop this somehow, and I don't know what that is, like a big taunt creature? Wow, if you're healing yourself, you're not in a good place. Now, the Priest is good at stalling, and these guys only do 2 damage or so each, so that is stalling okay, but I don't know.
Get in there, fight, maggot!
I am going to deliver some beatings. That's sort of an ideal start, especially since my opponent didn't have their Northshire start. The fact that he just sat there and healed himself on his 3rd turn with no combo or anything, that's got to be bad news for him. Yeah, that's not going to stop me, you know. Let's figure out the best way to kill that. I don't care about the 3 damage if I have to stab it with my face. So, I could backstab it for 2, that doesn't really help much. Backstab for 2, Fan of Knives, that's still only 3, 4, it's not going to do it. So, I am going to need to eviscerate it, I guess. But now, he can Holy Nova next turn, so maybe it is worth using one of my guys to help kill that. That's a valid point. If I backstab, hit it for 2, and then stab it for 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, it would be dead for no mana. And then I can eviscerate my opponent for 8, and hit for 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I'm not looking for lethal, am I? I'm an idiot. I can just kill him. Boy, it makes for a short game when you get the Shadow Step going second Defias combo. kind of appalling. Like, yes, it's true the priest didn't have a good draw and did nothing to stop me, but how much could he have done to stop me with your average priest deck? That was pretty sick. Let's see if I can do it again. Oh, I keep forgetting I should be making changes. Should I cancel? Make changes? I'm not going to make changes while I'm recording. So I'm not that certain. I'm going to want to sit around and think about it. A lot of pondering. But yeah, I should definitely fit in the bluegill somehow. And, I mean, preferably I'd like to remove other stuff. Maybe with the Shadow Steps I should remove one of the backstabs. I don't like having less things for killing, though. I don't like putting in the Cold Bloods, which require a creature, and taking out something that kills creatures. Like taking out something that doesn't require a creature. Maybe I'd take out the Fans of Knives. They're very important against Rush Locks and Shamans, though. Boy, none of these cards are, like, starting hand material. I only get 3 cards to try. I've got something now. It's not good, but it's something. That's much better something. So next turn I can use this as a bad coin anyway. Which is better than nothing. Maybe what I'll do is save it. There's a chance I'll just lose this guy, but I'm going to keep the Shadow Step there, because he could also cleave. He can't cleave if there's only one guy. So I'm going to play him now. Next turn, if nothing weird happens, I'll try and hit him for 2, and then Shadow Step this guy, play him again, get his buddy. Or I could Shadow Step him back to my hand, play the SI7 agent, and actually still, I can do all those things. I can do a lot. So there's a chance he might just die now, but it's not that bad. Especially since cleave doesn't work with only one guy. He'd have to use... It's a pain in the rear for the warrior to do 2 damage like that, unless he has a bluegill. Which is not a warrior card, but anyone can have a bluegill. What do you do? What do you do? Actually, just having the Shadow Steps in here makes it a lot easier for me psychologically to play a naked Ringleader, play Ringleader without the combo. Because I might get lucky and things will go right. Okay, so he's playing a naked Corsair. Sounds reasonable. How do I want to do this? Backstab would be really nice right now, because I could just go Kobold Backstab, but no. Him for 2. Shadow Step this guy back to my hand. Now I can play him again for 0. And then this guy can come in and do 2 damage to this, but that doesn't kill it. I think that's the best I can do anyway. I think that's really what I should do. It sucks to do damage to something and not kill it, and if he has, like, Rampage in there, then okay, I'm in trouble. But I've tried playing with Rampage. It's not that easy to make your deck work well with Rampage. So let's just go all offense. Boy, this needs faster animations, seriously. Because you're going to be playing the animations to play it again.
Yeah, beat it.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Shadow Step needs to just process faster. All the cards that try and have, like, the stealthing animation, which is thematic for, like, World of Warcraft roads and stuff, but they just go way slower than they should. The longer this game is out, I predict the shorter the animations are going to get in general. Because more and more people are going to complain, like, your animations take too long, and it's very frustrating. Because I can't play the animations before I've done all my thinking. I do my thinking before I play cards, and then you run out of time because of that. And they might say, well, that's a skill thing. That's part of the skill of playing the game. And I might say, blow me. I'd rather the skill be thinking of the right strategy than playing your stuff in time. Even though, yes, you have to think faster, and that's also part of the skill. So that's annoying. He's kind of dangerous now. I may just have to Fan of Knives and trade my 3/3 for him. At least it draws me a card. Is there a better way I can do that? I don't think so, because I don't have enough mana to Geomancer and Fan of Knives. This guy's going to keep getting bigger if I do other stuff. I take 4 damage if I stab him, although it would save me this card. But this triggering the Dagger Mastery and then stabbing him, take 4, then hit with the SI7 agent, still wouldn't give me combo for this guy. So, it's not that great. So, yeah, I wish I could play the Geomancer, Fan of Knives for 2, and then trade the crap guy for him, but I'm going to have to do it the other way. See what I draw. Yeah, doesn't make a difference.
Hey, lights out.
Alright. He's got a lot more cards than I do, and all I've done is 4 damage and a 2/1 creature in play. Not that impressive, so this game can go either way. Although I'm going to start dropping Drakes and drawing cards from them next turn.
I wonder.
As long as he plays something that does 4 damage, I'm going to be unhappy.
Try this.
That's not exactly what I was worried about. I mean, he can still do the 4 damage, but it's not as bad. I could Leroy Jenkins. That's not the thing to play right now. So yeah, he can totally kill this, but it'll cost him a bunch of stuff, and I drew a card, so... Plus, if he's using his Battle Axe, he's going to take the 4 damage, in which case I'm thrilled. I did 4 damage and drew a card. That's better than those stupid Night Song things that also cost 5. Yeah, he might have some better way to do it. Just Inner Rage him and then hit it with his Weapon Master.
I wonder.
Preserve 1 use of the axe. I don't know. He can axe it and execute it, which would be a little bit excessive, but I actually don't have a lot of things. The only thing in here that has more than 4 hit points now is Ragnaros. He may be executing it. Yep. It's not really that bad. Again, I don't have that many things that have even 4 hit points, let alone more than 4. That's annoying. I grant you, sir, that you have annoyed me now. What am I going to do? I wish the whelps from Leroy counted for this. For my Knife Juggler. I'm pretty sure they don't, though. So, play another Azure Drake. It'll get his butt kicked in. I'll take a whole bunch more damage.
I wonder.
Leroy seems like a bad plan. He would just die. I could play the Knife Juggler and just dump all my 2-cost stuff. Him, if I was Ringleader, I get 2 random damage, which may or may not help at all. And then I can decide whether or not to make a stabby-stabby thing or play a Geomancer to also die. I think that's the way things are going to go, though.
Many options.
Put this apple on your head.
I have to blunt their attack somehow. Let's just see where the damage from the Ringleaders go.
Yeah, beat it.
Preferably both to the same one of these guys. No. Would have been too convenient. Now, do I want to play the Geomancer? It is like so many targets for him to take out. It might be tricky. I do get a free point of damage from him coming out, so why not? Because this guy is not going to survive the turn. Okay. I wish this one had spread it out. Prior to him, I wish these 2 guys had done damage to the same one, because then I could have just stabbed it. And then my situation would be much better. But since that didn't work, I really wish he would have spread out the damage, and therefore none of these guys could survive killing a 2-attack creature. And I still call them creatures from Magic the Gathering, even though they're minions in this game. Come on. I don't care how much time I spend thinking. You're not allowed to spend that much time thinking. Yeah, that was a no-brainer. I really wish the damage had been spread out. Oh, he's got a cleave. Oh, that's pretty miserable then. Ooh. Because also, if this guy had been knocked down to 2, then I could have killed him with the SI7 agent, which I also now cannot do.
Charge forward.
That's unfriendly. I'm going to have to deal with that somehow. But I don't think I can this turn. Not efficiently. Well, best I can do is just Azure Drake, which does take more than one attack or something for him to kill. Now I get the Shadow Step. If I had this before, if I drew this instead of the Assassinate, in place, if these were just reversed, I could have gone SI7 agent, Shadow Step, SI7 agent, gotten a 2 damage, and then still played the Azure Drake. Guess it wouldn't have made that big a difference this turn, but it still would have been nice.
Here we go.
I could have Shadow Stepped the Azure Drake, which would be nice for drawing another card, but it would still cost 3, so I wouldn't be able to replay him. If my opponent left this alive for some reason, especially if then I could like attack something, get it damaged, then return it to my hand, then play it again for cheap and draw a card, and it would be crazy good. But that's not going to happen. In fact, it's going to get charged by one of these. I'm going to take a lot of beatings, and we're going to see what I can do next turn. Oh, that's no good. Please tell me you don't have the Inner Rage. You must have the Inner Rage. He has an Inner Rage. Okay, the Taskmaster. I'm probably dead now. That's how rough this thing is. It already gained charge, and now it can attack twice. And this guy can too attack as well. I don't know how I can survive this. It'd be pretty hard. Cold-Blooded Jenkins does 10. It's 11-12 with the SI7 agent. Yeah, I don't have enough damage. 13 with my dagger. I can do 13 damage to my opponent, like that damn close, but it's nowhere near close enough. I don't think I can kill enough to survive, and the Leroy is actually a little counterproductive in that department. The Cold Blood, of course, doesn't help me survive at all, unless I could survive by killing my opponent. He has a 2-attack weapon. I would literally have to kill all but this guy, or all but this guy, to have any chance of surviving. Now, him I can kill easily with the SI7. I can kill one with Leroy Jenkins, but he dies, and I can't kill the other. Oh, I have a Shadow Step. Hold on. Shadow Jenkins can do 12 plus 4 is 16. I almost didn't notice the Shadow Step because it was not highlighted as a card I can cast. I'm such a dumbass. No, I actually won. This is what you call craziness. Now he only costs 2. You don't even get enough guys because your side is full. I stab you. And that's why we're playing Shadow Step now. I didn't have it initially in the way my deck used to be, but my deck used to have a whole lot less giant charge guys, whereas I now have Leroy and the 2 Argent Commanders. So, craziness. I forget if that was 1 or 2 games this video. I think it was 2. I think I was like at crap stars or something like that. So, now we'll do one more anyway, because I don't know. Because I don't remember, we'll do one more. We'll see if I can actually go up a rank. Call it quits for today. Shadow Step, Leroy Jenkins, kind of ridiculous. With Cold Blood. Now, it didn't matter when I cold-blooded him. If I cold-blooded him the first time, he would lose that buff when he got picked up.
Valera versus Garrosh.
Victory or death!
Watch your back.
What am I going to remove for the bluegills, though? Because they will make it stronger. Like, I might even take out the abusive sergeants, although he's another thing that can do a lot of damage, and he is another early game play. He can be used to trigger combo because he only costs 1, so I don't know. We'll get rid of you and keep the rest. Everything in here is good. Maybe I should take out the Geomancers. I mean, he works on Backstab, Eviscerate, and the other thing, but no, I don't want to take out Geomancers. I want to have more creatures. I might take out the Geomancers if I want to put in the Youthful Brewmasters and the Bluegills. But I don't know. I didn't want you back. I wanted cheaper stuff, you bum. So I could coin out the Geomancer and be able... But it's just asking to die. No, I'm just going to play this guy. Next turn, I will either play the Geomancer and Backstab for 3, or I will coin out the Harvest Golem. One of the two.
Wanna blow something up?
Yeah, I'm going to apologize for that one. And then squelch him. The two things are unrelated, but yeah, that was pretty poor. So now, yeah, I'm definitely going to... I actually don't even have to backstab. Now I can coin out the SI7 agent and kill that. Having the Harvest Golem out would be nice, but that's pretty efficient because I've still got all these other options. So this is going to be a good start.
This guy's toast.
I can't believe I've played this deck so many times and have that happen so few times. It's just... There may have been opportunities, but it's very rarely worked out. No, my opponent just left. Well, I'm glad I played another game because it sure didn't take much time. And I'm on a win streak now. Hooray! And I got up to rank 15, which is about where I started the beginning of the day, but... Whatever, that's good enough. And we'll see you probably next season. Next time. Please click the like button before it clicks you.